Hello and welcome to ZB Language Lab. This is Zaffar and you are watching the day 4th of our English speaking course, which clearly and specifically designed for the speaking of English language. And in this day 4th, we will directly be talking about the tenses. But in specifically in the tense, I will simply and only talk about present and past. That is indefinite, which we simply say simple present and simple past tense. Clearly. Now there is a question among students. They ask that, sir, how to actually denote that this sentence is in the past tense? Okay, for example, a sentence is in the present, another sentence is in the past. But how to identify this sentence that yes, this is a past tense, this is a present tense. For example, there is a question. Hello, uh, like for example, there is not a question actually. Let me give you a simple example. You will say, I go to school. Simply sentence is there. I I go to school. But first of all, notice that what we are using here, which structure we are using here. For example, uh, I will say that I have a pen. Now, what is I? In grammatical language, I is not actually I, but it is a subject. Okay, like someone who do that work. Okay, like who goes to school here. So I is a subject. So simply we can say subject. What actually go is? Go is a noun or a verb. Actually, what is the meaning of go? Like to walk from here to there. Okay, to travel from here to there. So it means when we travel, when we walk, when we go, is it's a verb. So simply we can say subject plus verb. Now what is the form of this verb? Is it a first form or second form or third form? Simply it is a first form. Now how to eliminate the forms I will tell you in the coming lectures. Okay, verbs first form plus. Now what is this thing actually to? To is not a verb, not a noun, not a pronoun. So what is it? It's a preposition. So if you have just a little knowledge of tenses, you might have noticed that teachers don't give us uh, this preposition in the structure. They simply say that subject plus verbs first form plus object. I also will give you this thing. Why? Because in the language we are supposed to study the structure of the sentence according to the modern English language. Clearly. So in the modern English language, we are not supposed to add to as well. Simply, if we simply say that we go school, it, it is indeed a right sentence. Okay. So simply we'll say I go Jammu. It is also indeed a simple sentence. Okay. So if you want to differentiate this sentence from present to past, okay, if you want to convert as well, you will say subject plus verbs first form plus object. Now it is the present. One second. Now how to make it a past? Simply add not verbs first form but verbs second form. Subject, verb second form, object. And this became your past tense. Clear? Okay. Now what we have to understand in this lesson, you must understand few things. One second. You must understand that how we to introduce ourselves in detail, or like for example I talk to you and I will say learn how to introduce yourself in detail. And secondly is you must talk about background, your hobbies, your daily routine and past experiences. For example, I will say i I go to school. It means this is my job to go to school. This is my profession to teach you. Simply I will say I teach you. But actually, when I talk about past things, like for example, last year in the 2024, I will say I taught you. It means in Hindi Urdu I will say कि मैंने आपको पढ़ाया, not पढ़ाता हूँ, but पढ़ाया था. I simply will say I taught. Why is it so? Because subject, verb second form and object. Clear? To understand the difference between present simple and past simple, I have clarified here the difference between as it is. Now practice speaking confidently about yourself. This is now take the screenshot of this because the actually course I'm designing, I'm recording this lecture in. You are not supposed to take the PDF of this because this is actually a auto-generated app, so we cannot take out the PDF of the. I cannot provide a PDF before the completion of all the lectures of English speaking. So for that purpose, you must take the screenshot of this. Okay, now move on to the next slide. In section first, you must introduce yourself according to simple present tense. For example, like what actually your name is. For example, your name is Shokat. Okay, Shokat is a very lovely name. For example, your name is Shokat. I'll say, hello Shokat, how are you? I will not say hello Shoktid or past of Shokit. I will not bring any form to the word Shokat. Why? Because it is a noun. So when we talk about ourselves, like for example, I will say, hello, I am Zaffar. I will not say I was Zaffar. Why? Because my name was not changed last year. Okay. So for example, what you have to do is subject, next add verb and object. Now what is the meaning of verb here? Verb does not mean like go to school or going to school or went to gone or anything like that. Go means, sorry, verb means here helping verb. For example, I will say I am Zaffar. You will say sir, and I will say this thing to you that you are Ravi, you are Shaukat, you are Muhammad and all these things. Clear? I am plus adjective or noun. Adjective here means I will simply say I am a teacher. You will say sir I am a student, or you will say I am a learner. Okay. And I have a pen. Simply I can say you can say I have a mobile phone. Examples. My name is Sarah. I'm 25 years old. I live in Mumbai. I'm a teacher. I have two brothers and one sister. This is a simple definition. Simple. What's it called? Simple style of communicating yourself or starting introducing yourself. In second, talking about your daily routine. For example, present simple tense. Now, what is the meaning of present simple tense actually? Present simple tense talks about your behavior. Okay, for example, your behavior is that you write a story. This is your habit to write a story. Your behavior is that you are a very angry person. So these are things are. For example, you will say subject plus verb plus object plus time expression. I wake up at 9 a.m., 6 a.m., 5 a.m., 3 a.m., whatever your time to wake up is. I go to work at 10:30 or which time you go to work. Examples, I wake up at 6 a.m. I brush my teeth and take a shower. 1 second. Yeah. And I go to work at not work but work. I go to work at 9 a.m. I have lunch at 1 p.m. I watch TV in the evening. मैं शाम को टीवी देखता हूँ. So these things are your habits. आप देखो ना simple. Present tense का मतलब क्या होता है? आपकी कोई आदत, कोई habit. Okay. Section third में you are supposed to talk about your hobbies and interests. For example, you will say, I love reading books. Or simply you can say, I like reading books. I love reading books. I enjoy reading books. You can say anything. I'm interested in, like you can say, I'm interested in writing. I'm interested in speaking English language. I'm interested in teaching. I'm interested in learning. Okay. Examples are also given here. I love reading books. I enjoy playing football. So the next thing is I love listening to music. For example, you will say she loves listening music too. It is a wrong thing. Why? Because whenever you add the word listening, you must add the preposition to after the word listening. Clear? You will say I'm interested in photography. It's not photography. It's photography. Photography. I'm in my free time. I watch movies. Section 4, talking about your families. For example, your family lives in Delhi, your family lives in Jammu, your family lives in Srinagar. So you can add all these things. So like I have number plus family members. Like you can say I have four family members. I have five family members. And you will add the business of your father as well. Simply you can say my father is, like for example in the job point of view, you can say my father is an army man, my father is a doctor, teacher, whatever you want to add. Okay, all these things are added here. My father is a businessman. I have a small family. My mother is a housewife. I have one brother and one sister. You can add according to your own usage. Clear? And we live together in Delhi. The section fifth is when you start talking about your past experience, simple past tense, you will say subject, past verb plus subject. I went to Delhi. I visited Jammu. I saw a boy at there. I saw a girl at there. I saw a kid uh, speaking English from ZB language lab, for example. Examples yesterday, I went to the park. Last year, I visited Goa. I studied English in school, but I did in college. I watched a movie at last night. So these are things which you do. I had breakfast at AM today. Now student will say, sir, I had breakfast नहीं होगा. Had तो past की form and all these things. No. Had के बाद verbs third form लगे तो past होता है ना बेटा. अगर had के बाद simple form है, like had के बाद known है, तो we cannot say that it is in the past. We can simply say it's a habit. Section 6 is when you talk about your goal and future plans, like you will say, I want to become an IAS officer, I want to speak English, I want to learn the grammar rule. You will simply say, I want to plus verb, I will plus verb, I am planning to plus verb. How is it so? I want to learn English fluently. Now, what is the meaning of fluently here? Fluently here, like for example, you are speaking something and the person listening to you can clearly understand you and you are not stopping anywhere. Okay, for example, you're talking to me and if I stop for the 3 to 4 times in my communication, in my conversation, you simply means that the person is not having fluency in English language. Clear? Next is I'll visit my grandparents next weekend and आई एम प्लानिंग टू ट्रैवल नेक्स्ट ईयर. मैं अगले साल ना ट्रैवलिंग करने की प्लानिंग कर रहा हूँ. इट मीन्स यू आर प्लानिंग समथिंग. तो यू विल नॉट से आई विल प्लान, सॉरी आई विल ट्रैवल एंड आई विल प्लान एंड ऑल दिस थिंग्स. नो, रॉन्ग हो जाएगा. आप प्लानिंग तो फ्यूचर की कर रहे हो बट स्टिल यू आर टॉकिंग इन द प्रेजेंट ना. लाइक फॉर एग्जाम्पल यू विल से मैं ना जम्मू जाने का सोच रहा हूँ. इट मीन्स यू आर जस्ट प्लानिंग. यू विल सिंपली से आई एम. क्यों ऐसा क्यों होगा? जम्मू तो आज थोड़ी ना जाना. जम्मू तो 1 महीने बाद जाने का सोच रहा हूँ, लेकिन 1 महीने बाद जाना है. बट प्लानिंग तो अभी हो रही है ना. यू आर जस्ट प्लानिंग ऑन इट. आई वॉन्ट टू गेट अ बेटर जॉब. आई स्टार्ट अ न्यू प्रोजेक्ट सून. Now we are done with all these 6 sections and you are supposed to practice yourself. For example, you must answer all these things in the comment box as well. What is your name? You must give your name here. Where do you live? Must give your introduction of place. What do you do? Must tell me about your job. What do you do? Like you are a teacher, you are a learner, you are a student, you are a professional, you are working there somewhere. What are your hobbies and what did you do yesterday? Okay, so all these things you must write in the comment section. Just 4 to 5 questions are there. Speaking challenges: record yourself about yourself to one for 1 minute and focus करें fluency और pronunciation पे. Why I am saying this? Because देखो हर एक language, if you want to speak Hindi, you want to speak English, Urdu, Kashmiri, any language, Dogri, or any local language, you must have idea of speaking a language with its fluency. यानी कि आप अगर किसी लैंग्वेज में एक्सीलेंट करते हैं तो आप किसी से बात करते वक्त यू मस्ट नॉट फील ashamed ऑफ टॉकिंग टू समवन. क्लियर? नो डे 4 से हमने क्या सीखा? हमने इंट्रोड्यूस कैसे करना है एंड हाउ वी हैव टू प्रैक्टिस डेली रूटीन, फैमिली एंड ऑल दिस थिंग्स. हमने प्रेजेंट सिंपल और प्रेजेंट पास्ट का यूज समझा. हमने कॉन्फिडेंस सीखा कि अपनी पर्सनल डिटेल को कैसे शेयर करना है. और अब नेक्स्ट 5th पे हम देखेंगे कि आंसर क्वेश्चंस को कैसे करना है आपने, और आपने कॉमन क्वेश्चंस करेक्टली कैसे आंसर करने हैं, और डब्ल्यूएच क्वेश्चंस का आंसर आपने कैसे देना है, और यस नो वाले आंसर की प्रैक्टिस and all these things. Clear? This was all about today's lecture. You simply do one thing: subscribe my channel and share the video among your friends so that they also can subscribe it and they also can gain the benefit from the channel. You must write the feedback in the comment section that how am I going, what is the status of my way of teaching and how I'm teaching. Are you getting some benefit from it? Okay, thank you so much for watching the lecture. Don't forget to subscribe the channel.